Priyoi Atman Shutoicham Shaka Guru Shurit Doivam Ishtam Na Kohis Chet Mat Para Shanta Rupi Nang Kyanti Name Animisha Levi Huti Jai Shama Hong Priyoi Atman Shutoicham Shaka Guru Shurit Doivam Ishtam. Synonyms: no, not, Kohishchit, ever, mat paro, my devotees, Shanta Rupa, O Mother, Nankanti, will lose, no, not, me, my, Animisha, time, Ledhi, destroys, Hathi, weapons, Jesham, of whom, Aham, I, Priya, dear, Atma, self, Shuta, son, Cha, aunt, Shakha, friend, Guru, preceptor, Shurida, benefactor, Daivam, deity, Ishtam, Sujan. Translation and purport written by Srila Prabhupada, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. The Lord continued, my dear mother, devotees who receive such transcendental opulences are never bereft of them. Neither weapons nor the change of time can destroy such opulences, because the devotees accept me as their friend, their relative, their son, preceptor, benefactor, and supreme deity. They cannot be deprived of their possessions at any time. Purport: it is stated in Bhagavad Gita that one may elevate himself to the higher planetary systems, even up to Brahmaloka, by dint of pious activities, but when the effect of such pious activities are finished, one again come back to this earth to begin a new life of activities. Thus, even though one is promoted to the higher planetary system for enjoyment and a long duration of life, still that is not a permanent settlement. But as far as the devotees are concerned, their assets, the achievement of devotional service, and the consequent opulence of Vaikuntha, even on this planet, are never destroyed. In this verse, Kapildev addresses his mother as Shantarupa, indicating that the opulence of devotees are fixed because devotees are eternally fixed in the Vaikuntha atmosphere, which is called Shantarup because it is in the mode of pure goodness, undisturbed by the modes of passion and ignorance. Once one is fixed in the devotional service of the Lord, his position of transcendental service cannot be destroyed. And the pleasure and the service simply increase unlimitedly. For the devotee engaged in Krishna consciousness in the Vaikuntha atmosphere, there is no influence of time. In the material world, the influence of time destroys everything, but in the Vaikuntha atmosphere, there is no influence of time or of the demigod because there are no demigods in the Vaikuntha planets. Here, our activities are controlled by different demigods. Even if we move our hand and leg, the action is controlled by the demigods. But in the Vaikuntha atmosphere, there is no influence of the demigods or of time. Therefore, there is no question of destruction. When the time element is present, there is a certainty of destruction. But when there is no time element, past, present, or future, then everything is eternal. Therefore, this verse uses the word non-akshanti, indicating that the transcendental opulences will never be destroyed. The reason for freedom from destruction is also described that devotee accept the Supreme Lord as the most dear personality and reciprocate with him in different relationships. They accept the Supreme Personality of Godhead as the dearmost friend, the dearmost relative, the dearmost son, the dearmost preceptor, the dearmost well-wisher, or the dearmost deity. The Lord is eternal. Therefore, excuse me, any relationship in which we accept him is also eternal. It is clearly confirmed herein that the relationship cannot be destroyed, and therefore the opulences of those relationships are never destroyed. Every living entity has the propensity to love someone. We can see that if someone has no object of love, he gradually directs his love to a pet animal like a cat or a dog. Thus, the eternal propensity for love in all living entities is always searching for a place to reside. From this verse, we can learn that we can love the Supreme Personality of Godhead as our dearmost object, as a friend, as a son, as a preceptor, or as a well-wisher, and there will be no cheating, no end to such love. We shall eternally enjoy the relationship with the Supreme Lord in different aspects. A special feature of this verse is the acceptance of the Supreme Lord as the Supreme Preceptor. Bhagavad Gita was spoken directly by the Supreme Lord, and Arjuna accepted Krishna as Guru or a spiritual master. Similarly, we should accept only Krishna as the Supreme Spiritual Master. Excuse me. Krishna, of course, means Krishna and his confidential devotees. Krishna is not alone. When we speak of Krishna, Krishna means Krishna in his name, in his form, in his qualities, in his abode, and in his associates. Krishna is never alone, for the devotee of Krishna are not impersonalists. For example, a king is always associated with his secretary, his commander, his servant, and so much paraphernalia. As soon as we accept Krishna and his associates as our preceptors, no ill effects can destroy our knowledge. In the material world, is knowledge which we acquire may change because of the influence of time. But nevertheless, the conclusion received from Bhagavad Gita, directly from the auspices of the Supreme Lord Krishna, can never change. There is no use interpreting Bhagavad Gita. It is eternal. Krishna The Supreme Lord should be accepted as one's best friend. He will never cheat. He will always give his friendly advice and friendly protection to the devotee. If Krishna is accepted as a son, he will never die. Here we have a very loving son or child, but the father and mother or those who are affectionate towards him always hope, may my son not die. But Krishna actually never will die. Therefore, those who accept Krishna or the Supreme Lord as their son will never be bereft of their son. In many instances, devotees have accepted the deities as a son. In Bengal, there are many such instances, and even after the death of the devotee, the deity performs the Shraddha ceremony for the father. The relationship is never destroyed. People are accustomed to worship different form of demigods, but in Bhagavad Gita, such a mentality is condemned. Therefore, we should be intelligent enough to worship only the Supreme Personality of Godhead in his different forms, such as Lakshmi Narayan, Sitaram, and Radha Krishna. Thus, one will never be cheated. By worshipping the demigods, one may elevate himself to the higher planets. But during the dissolution of the material world, the deity and the abode of the deity will be destroyed. But one who worships the Supreme Personality of Godhead is promoted to the Vaikuntha planets, where there is no influence of time, destruction, or inheritance. The conclusion is that the time influence cannot act upon devotees who have accepted the Supreme Personality of Godhead as everything. Om Gyanantimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tashmai Sri Guruve Namo Sri Chaitanyam Manobishtamikhapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadate Shapadantikam Bondehang Sri Guru Sri Juta Pada Kamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavamishcham Sri Rupam Shagrajatam Shahagana Raghunatam Nitam Tam Shadivam Shadvaitam Shavadatam Parijana Shahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Shahagana Lalita Sri Vishakannita Vishcham Sri Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gorangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishavanu Shute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Bancha Kalpataru Vyashta Kipa Sindhavaya Vacha Patitanang Pavanebha Vaishnavabho Namo Namo Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Shadi Gaura Bhakta Vindam Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare न कहिचित मत परा शांत रूपे नंकन्ते नमेन अनिमिषलरिति जय श्याम हम प्रिय आत्मा सुत च शका गुरु सुहृद्दैवम इष्टम. So here Lord Kapil Dev actually advised spoke about with his mother that devotees who receive such transcendental opulences are never bereft of them. Here, this is the what kind of devotees? Then that question maybe arises. That is the high class devotees. That is Shuddha Bhakta. Shuddha Bhakta received transcendental opulences, never ever destroyed their opulences. Their quality, their relationship, mainly their relationship with the Lord, that can never destroy. Transcendental opulences neither destroy by kartaka with weapons nor by change of time. That relationship can never be caught by the weapons, and that is that not the change of time. With the time, it never be cut down. This is the most important thing. Whenever we developed that relationship, which is called the Sambandha Gyan with Lord, then it never ever, once we develop, it never ever destroys. Bereft from in that relationship. So the devotees accept the Lord. What kind of relationship there are? We know that there are 5 kinds of relationship: Shanta, Daisya, Shukra, Vasalya, and Madhurya. So the friend, as a friend, Sudama, as he deals with, he has a relationship with Krishna as a friend. Then relatives, Krishna's, there are a lot of relatives. Then as a son, then as a guru, preceptor, and benefactor, the Shurit, Arjuna, then supreme deity, that is the Ishtadavata. So there are so many, not only these, only relationship, there are a lot different relationships with the Lord Krishna. So they cannot be deprived. This relationship cannot be deprived of their possessions at any time. In Bhagavad Gita, there are actually mentioned that Punyatma, that means the devotee who did the Punyatma, or the not the devotee, the general public. Those who have billions of dollars, as for example, Bill Gates, what they do that, what he does, he create a lot of sources, donate a lot of money for the human, for the human being, developing new drugs and so many things. But what kind of karma it is? In Bhagavad Gita, clearly it is mentioned that that is the punya karma. So that punya karma, through the punya karma, people can go to in a certain stage. That is in a certain planetary system. There are, we know that 14 planetary system. So that is in the beginning of this, above the material world, that stage is called the Brahmavad. That is only the Brahma stage that people can go there. Those who are the help for the human mankind. That is. So then with that is with the goodness of the good work, they can stay in that platform in a certain period. Then after they exhausted the punya karma, they again come back to material world and will start again new karma. This is the in clearly Srimad Bhagavad Gita Krishna mentioned to Arjuna. That is the punyatma, those who are we called punyatma. But beyond that, there is another karma. That karma, it is the who does that the devotees, they do that. What Srila Prabhupada did it. Srila Prabhupada did it. Srila Prabhupada did not give the money to the people, poor people or something like that. What Srila Prabhupada given? Srila Prabhupada given the name of Lord Krishna. Do it, chant it, go and chant it. Then you can develop a relationship with the Lord. That is then that relationship will never ever perish. That is Srila Prabhupada given to us. For that reason, we are practicing to develop our relationship with the with Lord. That is the Sambandha Gyan. So for devotees are concerned, their assets, the achievement of devotional service and the consequent opulences of Vaikuntha, even on that means that is the Vaikuntha platform on the planet are never destroyed. They do not need to come back again. So devotees' function is that. So devotees is much more higher than the punyatma. So devotees' position is very, very high enough. This transcendental service, that devotee developed the establishment that established the relationship Sambandha Gyan. This transcendental service never destroyed. So because through the transcendental service, devotees are able to establish relationship with the Lord 24 hours a day. So that relationships are the Dashya-rash, Shakya-rash, Vatsalya-rash, Madhurya-rash, their relative, Osan, the preceptor, the benefactor, and the supreme deity. So what is the devotees does 24 hours? They are chanting, they are remembering, they are doing the kirtan, they are doing serve to Lord. As a result, they have a relationship with the deities and with the devotees, with Krishna, direct with Krishna, and with the devotee. Then devotee doesn't care. Everything is taken care of by Lord Krishna. So it was mentioned in there that Khaite Shuite Jata Tata Nam Loi Dashakala Niyam Nai Sarva Siddhi Hoy. Khaite and Shuite during the bed, during the eating, always the devotee always take the Krishna Nam. Then there is Dash Kal Niyam Nai Sarva Siddhi Hoy. As a result, all kinds of Sarva Siddhi, he achieved all kinds of Sarva Siddhi. That means there is a bind between Krishna and the devotee. So, the opulences of devotees, that means qualities of that relationship, qualities, opulences of the devotees are fixed. These are the fixed because devotees are eternally fixed in the Vaikuntha atmosphere. So mind that the Punyatma, they can go to Brahma Loka, but devotee can go to Vaikuntha Loka. So in Vaikuntha atmosphere is called Shantarupa because it is in the mode of pure goodness. Not disturbed by the modes of passion and modes of ignorance. There is no space. He is above the mode of passion and mode of ignorance. He is now in a pure Shuddha Sattva, pure above the Shuddha Sattva. That is already, that is called the Shantarupa. So once one is fixed in the devotional service of the Lord, his position of transcendental service cannot be destroyed. The pleasure and service continuously increased unlimitedly. So that relationship never ever be destroyed. It never ever be destroyed. So devotee engaged in Krishna consciousness in the Vaikuntha atmosphere, there is no, in Vaikuntha atmosphere, there is no influence of time. There is no demigod present. And in Vaikuntha planet, no past time, present time, and future time. Everything are eternal. In Vaikuntha Lok, everything are eternal. No demigods also in there. Because demigods cannot control the activities of the devotees. So here, in the material, here, when we are moving our hand, we are walking and everything, all the activities controlled by the demigods. Some different demigods, it was activities is controlled. But in Vaikuntha, no, as because there is no demigod, there is no entrance of the demigod. Demigod is not residing in the Vaikuntha. So how they can control the activities? So when time elements is present, there is a certainty of the destruction. So as because in Vaikuntha, there when once went to the Vaikuntha, they cannot, they will not come back again. So in this verse, it is mentioned that the word non-nangshanti means that transcendental opulences will never be destroyed. That nangshanti, nangshanti no me nimishoka ledihiti. So that it is that means no kanshati. It is a Sanskrit that is Sanskrit means that transcendental opulences will never know, will never be destroyed. Qualities never be destroyed. So in that Vaikuntha state, that is called that is eternal. So Lord living in Vaikuntha state, Vaikuntha planet. So Lord is always is eternal. Therefore, any kinds of relationship in which we accept him is also eternal. The relationship cannot be destroyed, and opulences of the relationships are never destroyed. These opulences, all kinds of opulences, will never be destroyed. That is devotee's analysis. So Krishna, of course, means Krishna and his confidential devotees. Krishna is not alone. When we speak of Krishna, means that Krishna means in his name, in his form, Shyama Sundar Trivanga Lalitam, and in his qualities, in his abode, in his associate. Krishna is never alone. For the devotees of Krishna are not impersonalist. So as soon as we accept Krishna and his associates as our preceptors, no ill effects can destroy our knowledge. In material world, acquiring knowledge may be changed because of influence of time. So in the when relationship was developed, so there is the always ananda. There is always in the ananda, and that relationship cannot be destroyed. So in conclusion is that the time influence cannot act upon devotees who have accepted the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, as everything. So the person who established the relationship with Krishna, it never ever be destroyed. That was Kapil Dev mentioned to his mother Devahuti. So I am concluding here. I am a little time, and this verse is very, very important. And Srila Prabhupada given on this verse the lecture on Bombay Juhu is a very, very elaborate description Srila Prabhupada spoke. So if I do anything wrong, please forgive me. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Thank you very much, Dr. Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada.
We'd like to wish everybody a safe and Krishna conscious day ahead, and we'd like to offer our prayers to the Supreme Lord by chanting Hare Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare Ram 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 Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Rama,
Hare Ram Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Hare Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Sri Nrsimha
Jai Narsimha Jai Jai Narsimha
Radesha
Jai Jai Padma Padma Hare Ram
Ugravira
Ram Mahavishnu Galantam Sarvatomukam
Maha
Singha Vishnu Bhadram Mutyam Mutyam Namam
Nrsimha Bhagwan ki jai, Prahlad Maharaj ki jai.
Jai
Let's offer our humble obeisances to all the assembled Vaishnavas. Vancha
Mancha Kalpatarubhasya Kripa Sindhu Bhevacha Patitanam Pavanabhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namah
Vaishnavinda ki jai.
Jai
Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila
Jai
Prabhupada ki jai.
Yeah.
Premanande Hari Hari.
Hari Hari.
Thank you, Dr.
Thank you
Thank
everybody.
you.
Hari
Hare
Bol, Hare Krishna.
Hare Bol.
Jai Srila Prabhupada. Jai.
Ki jai.